Everyone watches the loud money. They track every tick of the stock market and every swing of crypto. But while the loud money grabs the headlines, the smart money quietly runs the world from the shadows. If stocks are the steering wheel of the global economy, the $130 trillion bond market is the engine. If you don't understand bonds, you don't understand how money actually works. Let's look under the hood. Imagine you have a brilliant business idea. You have the passion, but you don't have the cash to start. You find someone who does have the money. You don't want to give them a piece of your company yet. You just need a loan. A bond is simply a professional IOU. You are the borrower, they are the lender. Every bond has three vital parts that never change once the deal is signed. First, the principal. This is the amount being borrowed, in this case, $1,000. Second, the coupon. This is the annual interest, a thank you fee for letting you use their money. It's not just businesses. Governments are the biggest borrowers of all. Most of a government's revenue comes from taxes, but there's a problem. They almost always spend much more than they collect. That gap is the budget deficit. To pay for it, the government has to borrow the difference from the public. The Treasury holds auctions, selling bonds to investors all over the world to fund the nation's lifestyle. Every year they overspend, it adds to the national debt. In the US, that mountain is now over $36 trillion high. The third part of the bond is maturity. This is the due date when the government must pay back that original $1,000. On that day, the loan ends and the investor gets their principal back. Simple, right? But investors don't always wait 10 years. They buy and sell these bonds on the secondary market. This is where the magic and the confusion happens. The price and the yield move in a seesaw. When bond prices go down, yields go up. Let's see why. If new bonds are paying 5%, nobody wants your old bond that only pays 2%. To sell your worse bond, you have to lower the price. Because the price is lower, the $20 coupon now represents a higher percentage return, the yield. In finance, the US Treasury bond is the sun. It is called the risk-free rate. Every other investment is a planet orbiting this rate. Why? Because the US government can print money to pay its debt. It is the safest bet. When bond yields rise, they act like financial gravity. They pull money away from risky stocks and into the safety of bonds. If you can get 5% guaranteed from the government, why would you risk your money in a tech stock for the same return? That gap, the extra return you demand for taking a risk, is the equity risk premium. When bond yields go up, that premium shrinks and stocks usually fall. Now, let's look at the most famous chart in finance, the yield curve. Normally, you want more interest for lending money for 30 years than for 2 years. It's riskier to wait longer. This is a normal curve. But sometimes the curve inverts. Short-term rates become higher than long-term rates. An inverted yield curve is the market's way of screaming that a recession is coming. It has predicted almost every crash for decades. Remember that $36 trillion debt? The government has to pay interest on it every single day. Currently, that's over $3 billion every 24 hours. This is called rolling over the debt. But if interest rates rise, the new loans become more expensive. This can create a debt spiral. You borrow more just to pay the interest on what you already borrowed. Enter the bond vigilantes. If big investors think a government is being reckless, they sell their bonds in protest. This sell-off forces interest rates even higher, punishing the government and slowing down the whole economy. This isn't just numbers on a screen. When bond yields go up, your mortgage gets more expensive, credit cards get pricier, the world slows down. So don't just watch the headlines, watch the bonds. They are the true source of truth in a world of financial noise. Understanding bonds is understanding money. Hit subscribe to stay ahead of the curve. What part of the market should we move to next? Tell us below.